I pulled on a well-worn pair of black high-top Doc Martens. I had on a baggy pair of shorts and a tight black t-shirt with a local punk band's logo. We opened the main door and walked onto the porch. Below the wooden slats of the porch, I could see the water dancing around in the sunlight. The water was all the way up to the bottom of the porch. Out here, all I could see was water. The sound of water lapping onto the sides of the old house rhythmically pounded my ears. You couldn't see the bottom. The water was black with all kinds of debris floating around in it, branches, leaves, styrofoam containers. There was dirt and slime, and the sun reflected rainbow-colored oil patterns all over the top of the water. It seemed choppy in parts, like it might be flowing. Maybe it was still rising. I could not tell. When I stepped into the water, it was warm like piss. It was warm and wet and fluid. It was all around me, sinking into the pores of my skin and weighing my clothes down on me until they hung sagging off my skinny frame. I wasn't always this skinny. That was one major advantage to the constant bounce between sickness and wealth that every hardcore junkie comes to know. Undoubtedly, the humidity had only gotten worse with this extra moisture flowing through the streets of the city. The sun was rising, and I knew pretty soon the heat would be choking down on us relentlessly. I did not notice the smell then. It must have taken a couple days of heat and humidity in the midst of those river streets for the smell of death and decay to really permeate the air. A couple of days from that moment, the smell of death would be so deep in my hair that I feared it would never wash off. That smell is one I will never forget. Every now and again, I get a strange whiff of something that reminds me of the hurricane smell of death and destruction, and I'm brought right back to that place in my mind. When I stood in the middle of the street, the water was up to my chest. I slowly pushed my way through it. It was a long and rather arduous process to wade through chest-deep water. I kept my arms high enough to stay above the water, pulling them back and forth while dragging the rest of my body behind. I could feel my thighs burning from the physical workout.